20 messages from God. Wanted you to know.
A man enslaved to lust is the lowest of slaves. Desire devours him, strips him of will, leaves him hollow. He thinks he's free, yet every chain is fastened by his own hands. He laughs while falling, feasts while starving, dies while pretending to live. Lust is not pleasure, it is decay. It rots the body, corrodes the mind, and poisons the soul. The man who cannot master himself is unfit to master anything. He is a servant to appetite, a captive of his own weakness. But the one who subdues desire becomes unbreakable. His spirit sharpens, his will hardens, and his body becomes his ally rather than his prison. Conquer yourself, and no force on earth will conquer you. Never forgive a friend who betrays you once, for he will betray you again. Betrayal is never an accident, it's a choice. The moment he sold your trust for his own gain, he revealed who he truly is. He who sacrificed your trust once will do it again, but this time with more skill and patience. A shattered bond never returns whole, just as a broken mirror never reflects clearly again. The mistake is not in the first betrayal, but in the second chance you give. Remember, the one who once betrayed you will always try to find his way back, not to honor your trust, but to destroy it once more. Guard yourself well, because a traitor never changes. He only learns to strike better. Never forgive a friend who betrays you once, for he will betray you again. Betrayal is never an accident, it's a choice. The moment he sold your trust for his own gain, he revealed who he truly is. He who sacrificed your trust once will do it again, but this time with more skill and patience. A shattered bond never returns whole, just as a broken mirror never reflects clearly again. The mistake is not in the first betrayal, but in the second chance you give. Remember, the one who once betrayed you will always try to find his way back, not to honor your trust, but to destroy it once more. Guard yourself well, because a traitor never changes. He only learns to strike better. After a certain age, you are no longer the product of your environment, no longer just the echo of your upbringing. At some point, how you live becomes a choice, not a condition, and blaming your past becomes a clever way to avoid your future. Yes, pain shaped you, but it doesn't define you. Yes, they hurt you, but they don't own you. Healing is your responsibility. No one else can climb inside your soul and do the work. Growth is your decision. No mentor, no partner, no parent can choose who you become. You are not your past. You are what you do with it. So the question isn't what happened to you. It's what you're doing about it now.
Who is she?
Never look poor, even if you are. That's the cruel truth Machiavelli taught. Appearance is more powerful than reality. People respect what they see, not what is true. Project strength and wealth, and they will obey. Reveal a single weakness, and they will crush you. You don't need to be rich. You only need to appear that way. Society doesn't investigate. It assumes. They don't follow substance. They follow the illusion of it. Walk like a king, and they will treat you like one. Speak with certainty, and they will believe you hold the answers. Society does not reward sincerity. It rewards the image you craft. In the game of power, the mask you wear is your greatest weapon. Walk among them convinced of your worth, and none will dare question it. What if I tell you the most dangerous manipulator isn't the one who lies to your face? It's the one who tells you the truth, just slightly twisted. You see, real manipulators don't argue. They agree slowly. They nod while you speak. They mirror your tone. They make you feel understood. And the moment you drop your guard, they plant their seed. An idea that feels like it came from you. They don't control you by force. They guide you with suggestion. They don't change your mind. They steer it. You think you made the choice, that's the trick. You didn't. The greatest manipulators don't convince you. They let you convince yourself. And by the time you realize it, you've already played your part in their plan. No, don't tell me you're tired. Don't tell me it's too hard. Do you think greatness comes without pain? Do you think the world hands power to those who whisper? Friedrich Nietzsche said, "The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly." And that is exactly why they doubt you, because you chose the path that terrifies them. The path of becoming more than just another copy. You weren't meant to be soft. You weren't meant to be understood. You were meant to evolve, to bleed, to suffer, to outgrow. You want peace. Earn it through war. You want strength. Build it through discipline. You want respect. Take it through silence. Don't beg the world to see your worth. Become so rare they cannot look away. And when they ask how you survived, tell them you didn't. You were reborn. Give a man freedom, and he will chain himself with desire. Give him power, and he will forget mercy. Give him mercy, and he will forget justice. For man does not seek balance. He seeks dominion. He wants to rule not only the world, but his reflection. He builds kingdoms to feel eternal, yet fears the silence of his own mind. He worships control, yet becomes a slave to it. History does not repeat. Men do. Over and over again, they burn what they build. They destroy what they love, all in the name of power. And in the end, man was never destroyed by the world, only by what he thought he could control. What's the difference between knowledge and wisdom? Knowledge is collecting facts. Wisdom is connecting dots. You see, the smartest person in the room isn't the one who knows the most. It's the one who understands what matters. Because knowledge can memorize the recipe, but wisdom knows when to add more salt. While everyone wants to know, few dare to understand. And while knowledge fills your mind, wisdom shapes your existence. You can know the meaning of life, but only wisdom lets you live it. You can know the answer to most questions, but only with wisdom do you know which questions are worth asking. Knowledge lives in books. Wisdom lives in choices. The more knowledge you gain, the more you realize you don't know. But the more wisdom you develop, the more you understand that not knowing is the knowledge. Knowledge is knowing you're going to die. Wisdom is understanding that this makes every moment you're alive absolutely sacred. So stop merely collecting facts. Start creating meaning. In the end, it's not what you know that defines you, but how deeply you grasp the meaning of what you know. Never play fair in a game full of cheaters, because when you do, you're the only one following rules that don't exist. The world doesn't care how good you are. It only cares if you win. Your morals will drown you while others use lies and manipulation to rise above you. You'll think you're doing the right thing, but they'll use your honesty as a weapon against you. And when you finally see it for what it is, you'll realize you were never losing. You were just playing the wrong game. By then, it's too late. The cheaters have already built their empires, and you're left wondering why being good never got you anywhere. So, no, don't play fair in a game full of cheaters. Adapt, outsmart, survive, because the world doesn't remember who was honest, only who was left standing. Machiavelli said, "Don't get married if you are poor. He who has nothing to offer will always be dominated. Love without power is an illusion, a golden prison where you are used and then discarded. Look around you. Who respects a man without wealth? Who listens to the man with nothing to offer? Even love, in the end, follows money. It will be said that love is about the heart, but the truth is the world does not run on hearts. It runs on power. It runs on leverage. And when you have none, you are not loved, you are tolerated. Your value is conditional, and you become disposable. The truth is, if you marry without power, you become a slave. Accumulate strength, accumulate wealth before you seek love, because love is not given to the weak. It is rented to them until someone stronger comes along. Machiavelli said, "Don't get married if you are poor. He who has nothing to offer will always be dominated. Love without power is an illusion, a golden prison where you are used and then discarded. Look around you. Who respects a man without wealth? Who listens to the man with nothing to offer? Even love, in the end, follows money. It will be said that love is about the heart, but the truth is the world does not run on hearts. It runs on power. It runs on leverage. And when you have none, you are not loved, you are tolerated. Your value is conditional, and you become disposable. The truth is, if you marry without power, you become a slave. Accumulate strength, accumulate wealth before you seek love, because love is not given to the weak. It is rented to them until someone stronger comes along." When you wake up in the morning, remind yourself, today I will meet people who are selfish, arrogant, deceitful, and ungrateful. They will lie, they will provoke, they will act as if the world revolves around them. But I will remember, they are this way because they do not understand good and evil. But their ignorance won't harm me or draw me into anger. They cannot touch what is within my control, my mind. Those who act without wisdom are part of nature's order. To oppose them is to oppose nature itself, so I will stay calm, steady, and kind, and let the day unfold as it must.
Too much attention makes a donkey think he's a lion, and that is the sickness of our age. We feed fools with applause until they begin to believe their own delusion. A crown of noise sits heavier than a crown of gold. Yet every ignorant man craves it. They mistake visibility for value and noise for nobility. A donkey, when surrounded by cheers, forgets the weight of his own hooves. He begins to roar in his own mind. But strip away the crowd, silence the claps, and you'll hear only the bray of mediocrity echoing through the emptiness. Attention, in excess, is poison. It blinds the weak, corrupts the average, and flatters the undeserving. The wise sack respect in silence. The fool seeks validation in volume. Remember, not every creature that stands in the spotlight is a lion. Some are just donkeys, dressed in borrowed pride, roaring in borrowed light, until the darkness returns, and truth reminds them what they truly are.
No, no, you don't understand. They will always betray you. They swore their loyalty, they promised their faithfulness, and you believed their words had weight, but promises are ash, and loyalty is an illusion. Once Niccolo Machiavelli said, "The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present," and he was right. The claims they once made will always shift, reshaped by convenience. They will stand beside you when you rise, but when you stumble, watch how quickly their faces turn cold. Gratitude dies fast, affection fades faster. What remains is only their advantage, and when it no longer lives with you, neither will they. This is not cruelty. It is truth. Instead of calling people bad, wrong, or evil, what if you saw them for what they truly are? Limited. A person can only act from the level of consciousness they stand upon. They cannot reach higher than their awareness allows. When you begin to see this, judgment fades. Their cruelty no longer feels personal, and their words no longer pierce the same way, because you realize they are only reflecting the walls of their own mind. And here is the truth. The more your consciousness expands, the less fault you find in others. Forgiveness does not mean they were right. It means you refuse to chain yourself to their limits. That is real freedom. Not to excuse, not to forget, but to see through. To understand that nothing weakens you more than hate, and nothing elevates you more than understanding.
You say you love the rain, yet you open your umbrella when it falls. You say you love the sun, yet you hide when it burns. You say you love the wind, yet you close your windows when it blows. Do you see your contradiction? You love only when it comforts you. You adore only what never challenges you. So do not say you love the truth if you reject correction. Do not say you love people if you vanish when they suffer. And do not say you love life if you only live it when it's easy. Love is not convenience. Love is endurance. To love only in comfort is not love. It's appetite. The wise love the storm because it reminds them how alive they are.
You can lie to the world, but you can't lie to yourself. Every night before you sleep, ask yourself, did I show up today as the person I want to become? Stoicism teaches this. Your greatest battle isn't with the world, it's with your own excuses. Self-reflection isn't overthinking, it's accountability. It's having the courage to face your flaws instead of hiding behind distractions. Seneca reminded us, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Reflection separates the truth from the story your emotions created. Stop seeking validation outside. Start seeking honesty within. Be honest with the person in the mirror. Because growth begins the moment excuses end. You are not average like other people. The crowd exists to be ruled, not remembered. They trade their fire for comfort, their will for approval. You are cut from a different stone, sharper, harder, unyielding. While they chase safety, you hunt power. While they obey, you command. To be above the average is not luck. It is the choice to embrace the burden of greatness. The world does not bend for the ordinary. It kneels for the one who dares to rise above them all. And know this, the crowd will never understand you because they fear what they cannot become. They will whisper, they will doubt, they will resist. But every word against you is proof that you stand where they cannot. The average seeks comfort, but you were born for command, for power, for legacy. A fool who knows he is a fool is wiser than a fool who thinks himself wise. Such a man is a curse to himself and to all who follow him. The fool who knows his limits can be controlled, corrected, and even used as a weapon in the hands of a stronger mind. But the fool who believes he carries wisdom is untouchable. In his arrogance, he rejects counsel, he mocks caution, and he mistakes recklessness for strength. These men do not merely stumble into ruin, they spread their collapse to every court and household that trusted them. Understand this. Ignorance is harmless when it bows its head, but fatal when it wears the mask of knowledge. It is better to keep 10 honest fools by your side than one arrogant fool who thinks himself a genius. For the humble fool may serve you, but the proud fool will destroy you.
Don't just watch. Grow. Subscribe for more powerful advice that will guide your life.